Hey, yeah, this is some harsh lighting. But if I do like this, it's fine. But then I put my hands down and it's like, no, it's too bright. I'm gonna move it. Oh, oh, and half a face? No, no, no. Okay, whatever. I don't even care. You know what I look like? I look like a stupid. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill here for a little bit because why not? Um, I guess I'll introduce myself to you guys. I'm gonna start doing like this little, I guess like a couple videos a month just to talk to you guys and, see how it goes. People talk to the internet all the time. That's normal, right? Right? I don't know. Anyway, I guess I'll introduce myself. My doggy's coming in. My name's Marina. I am 20, and this is Max. I'm gonna start making these videos just to kind of meet some new people. They're not gonna be edited. Obviously, you'll figure out that they're not gonna be edited. I will. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about. These videos could be long, they could be short. At the end of them, I'll put a description in by Max. He's not interested. Letting you know what it's about so you don't go through like a 30-minute video going, oh my lord, what did I just watch? I had no idea what I was getting myself into. So we'll see how that goes. They might be sad, they might be funny. I'm a really funny person most of the time. I do have some serious issues in my life that, I might decide to talk to you guys about. But otherwise, it's gonna be me talking to you about like my day and, normal day-to-day life. So I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area of Texas. Yeehaw! My shirt says Michigan. It came from a friend in high school that I don't talk to anymore. And if you end up watching this, Kelly, hey girl, hey. If you want your sweater back, come talk to me. I don't know why I slipped into this accent, but I did. I don't know anybody that talks like that unless they're from like Georgia or Alabama, just so you know. So don't stereotype us that way. You can stereotype us with our moms. Mine are hanging on the ceiling. There's one right here that some of my kiddos made me because I teach, kinda. Not anymore. I taught color guard for a little bit. Shout out to my flaggers over there and my riflers and my sabers. Sabers just came out normal. Flaggers and riflers are not the right people. I almost said flag twirlers and I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm nervous because I'm talking to you guys. But that would even tick me off if I called us flag twirlers because we're not. Yeah, so I guess I'll talk about color guard. That was a big part of my life. I no longer do color guard. I started my junior year of high school. Shout out to those high schoolers, my babies. Keep doing it because it's fun and you learn so much about life. You learn good things, you learn bad things, you go through bad times, you go through great times, you meet awesome people like Kelly. What up, Kelly? Or like my good friend Swansea. I've met some babies like Megan. She's still my baby even though she's graduated, but she was a freshman whenever I was there. So I started guard when I was a junior in high school, and it was all Swansea's fault. She said, "Come watch us spin. See if you like it. If you like it, then you can ask the director if you can join." And I was like, "All right, cool." So I went in. She introduced me to the director, and she was so amazing, funny, immediately gave me a hug, took over my life, gave me a flag, and told me to go spin, and I was just there to watch. So I was like, oh, well, hang on. So I spun that day. I didn't completely suck, which I usually suck at things. Who knows who will watch these videos, but I'm sure some people from high school will find them and be like, weren't you a swimmer? Weren't you a diver? didn't you start out as a basketball manager? I did a lot of things in my day, and I was not good at a bunch of them. And I fell in love with color guard, and I was not good at color guard at first. It took me like a month to learn how to do drop spins. God bless Mandy, because she spent an entire week just standing next to me during technique block to get me to get my hands right. Oh my Lord have mercy. And then I finally learned how to do a single on flag, and that was it. I could do everything. I started doing 45s. I love 45s. They're my favorite. One-handed, two-handed, left-handed, right-handed, backhand, weird twisty arm lasso thing. I got it. I love 45s. Rifle I got okay at my junior year. I got up to like a quad towards the end. Dancing, I can point my toes and fake it, but that's about it with my dance. Bot mines, woo! Chasses, woo! I can do a stag leap. That's about it. There's nothing else in there. My port de bras are pretty great, but everything else, I'm really short and like 5 feet tall, so I can't really get off the ground. Whatever. I'm alright. So I did that my junior and my senior year. I wasn't going to do it out of high school, and then my director my senior year was like, hey, you should go join this independent guard because, you know, you're good enough. I know the director over there, so just try out and see if you make it. And so everybody was like, oh, you're going to make it, you're going to make it, you're going to make it. I was like, alright, whatever, I don't even think I'm that good. So I tried out, and it was an A-class guard because it was their first year coming out, and I made it. And I was a part of a wonderful group called Brenham Independent for 2 years. Great experience. My second year I wasn't supposed to be in it because of money reasons. It's really expensive. If you're in the guard world, it's super expensive to do color guard. Inside of high school is expensive, but your parents pay for it then. So outside it's even harder because you're trying to go to school, you're trying to work, you're trying to do independent, and it's just a lot. So I wasn't going to do it my second year, and then, you know, I left and came back because my director called me and was like, hey, there's a hole, come spin it. And I was like, alright, cool. So I spun it. It was great. The first year we came out in A class, got a silver medal for our show, Looking for Joy. Look it up because it's pretty great. Our second year we got bumped up to open because we got medaled the first year. And, you know, for being in open our first year, we did pretty great. We did a show called... I like how it just ended and I can't remember the name of it. Here's the Life. I can't believe I forgot that. For an entire season in color guard, and I forgot the name of our show. Wonderful. Here's the Life. We ended up 19th out of like 30 something at Worlds, which is really good for being in open for our first year. It's also a really difficult sport to be in. The second year was a little harder than the first year, so it was just harder for like technical reasons of our show, because our show was so technical. Our designer is also freaking fantastic, and his mind is like, whoa, what is going on in there? It's just amazing what he can put together, what he wants to put together. His thoughts and ideas are fantastic. He was our designer my junior year in high school, and he ended up leaving for dumb reasons. That was on our part as a guard. We sucked. But then I ended up being able to have him again as a designer in Brenham, and I was more than happy to be underneath him again. Great guy, wonderful person. His name, yeah, I'm gonna drop it. I'm sorry, Deontay, if you watch this and you're like, girl, don't drop my name. His name is Deontay White. He is an amazing designer. Amazing. Not to rule out the rest of our staff, because the rest of our staff was awesome. We had Arthur Jewell. What up, Art? You're the coolest. He's thebomb.com on Saber. We had TJ. He's thebomb.com on Rifle. Manny, thebomb.com on Rifle. Also helped us out with Flag. Deontay helped us out with Flag a lot. And then we had 1,000,000,001 numbers of staff that came in and out to help us out. Some great dance instructors came in and out to attempt to help us, some more than others. I can't dance, sorry. And we had like this huge hat feature this year that I just could not do. I couldn't do it. But yeah, all in all, I had a fantastic 4 years in color guard. I wish I had more in me, but I'm tired. I'm just getting older. Even though I'm not that old, but in guard talk, I'm getting older, and it's not healthy for me to do it anymore. Which is fine. Like, I'm moving on. I'm finding my niche in life. Like, I taught color guard for a little bit at a high school, and that was an amazing experience. I love teaching. I knew I would always love teaching because that's always what I wanted to do. I just didn't know it was going to be color guard that I was going to be teaching, and I loved it. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but my flag line was clean. I love the feeling of teaching. It's just a great feeling to see your kids grow. And no matter what grade you teach, because right now I teach 4-year-olds at a daycare, and they are awesome little kids. And you see them grow, like, throughout the week, even 4-year-olds, and seeing, like, high schoolers continue to grow as people, not just as spinners or performers, it's amazing. And, you know, I encourage anybody that is thinking about teaching to go into it, just to try it out. Like, go teach at a daycare or something whenever you get out of high school. If you are in some kind of sport, you know, try to, like, volunteer to teach the youngsters of the sport. You know, get your mind wrapped around teaching for a little bit and at least try it, because it is phenomenal. It was probably the greatest experience I ever had. Of course, I taught under the high school that I taught at. I taught under an amazing director, so that was even better. This light is bothering me. She taught me a lot about life. She taught me a lot about people. She taught me a lot about teaching and about how to be a better teacher, how to be a better person. I respect her in so many different ways. We don't talk as much anymore, but, you know, our lives are going in different directions right now, which I completely understand on her part. I completely understand on my part, because I'm going crazy right now. I'm trying to own my own business. I'm trying to work 1,000 hours a week. So yeah, I mean, she is an amazing person. I still look up to her. I'll stalk her Facebook every once in a while. I'm like, I want to be you one day, and I will be. One day I'll be as successful as her. I'll be as smart and as pretty. Not as pretty as her. It can't happen. But, you know, like, I'll be where she's at one day. She's only, like, a few years older than me, but she has her life together, and she's amazing, and I loved her for what she taught me. That's the greatest. I'm going to go off on a different tangent now because I'm tired of talking about color guard. That chapter of my life has closed. It might be brought up in later videos just because it was a huge chapter of my life, but it's closed. So much happened. I don't want to talk about it anymore tonight, just because I'll start thinking about the things that I've done wrong and the things that I wish I could have done better while I was in the organization at Brenham, the things that I could have done better when I was teaching. And I don't want to do that. Like, I've already thought about it. I've already judged myself and corrected myself, and I've moved on. I'm becoming a better person for whatever reason. You know, I'm not mad. I don't resent anybody at all. I still love every person that I've spun with. They're amazing. Every single person that I've spun with is phenomenal. There's a couple of people that, this is my shout out to you. You're phenomenal. You're a great performer. You're a great spinner. And I wish that I had my life together like you. But I don't. But I'm getting there one day. Anyway, so, you know, like, I'm just going to close that chapter and go off on a new tangent about people. So I started finding God recently. I know that sounds like so cliche. Oh, you found Jesus. No, like, I've already had religion in my life. I just don't believe in a whole lot of different religions. Not that I'm, like, against everybody. I just pretty much think everybody's on the same page. I know, shoot me. But I think that everybody is pretty much talking about the same thing. But in, like, different ways and in different reasons you're talking about it differently, and I don't disagree with you. I agree with pretty much everybody to a certain extent, which is really weird how I can agree with everything while not agreeing with everything. but yeah, so I've recently started talking more to God and started reading the Bible and, listening to everything around me and meeting new people and continuing to use people that come into my life as people that come into my life for a reason, and they do. Like, I know this sounds really religious and everything. Sorry, Max just came in. But, like, God puts you in people's lives, and He puts people in your life so that you learn something and that you grow as a person. You know what I mean? Like, I've been in other people's lives to teach them a lesson or to prove to them that we're not all the same and that we all screw up, some major, some a little less major, and that we still have to learn from it one way or another. And I'm very lucky to have learned that lesson from God Himself and be able to witness it every day. Because I'll have a certain friend one day, and the next day that person's gone. But I learned something from that person, whether it be, don't trust a bunny. That's from a movie. Anyway, or, maybe you should value everybody a little bit better. Like, I've had people come into my life and be there for years and then, just disappear for whatever reason. Or people come into my life and they pass away. And that's the hardest thing, is getting so close to somebody and them just ditching or leaving for reasons that you wish they couldn't have left for. I'll tell you, like, this really important story. Whenever I was a senior in high school, one of my friends was shot 4 times in the chest in front of our high school. And it was really hard on everyone. We've all moved past it now, but it's like somebody posted on Facebook, on our neighborhood Facebook page, because the HOA is crazy, and they want to know everything, and they posted a picture of his cross that was across the street, and it's by a Whataburger, and it's just chilling there, and it has like flowers on it and necklaces and all this other stuff to remember him by. And they posted a picture of it and was like, what is this from? Who is this for? Anybody know the story? And I told them that that was a cross for my friend who had passed away, and someone posted a link to the story because it made news, it made headlines, because he was shot, and he was shot over drugs, and he was shot by another student of the district, and it was a really big deal here in my town. And so he posted the link to the story, and it didn't exactly say who this person was. And yeah, I'll admit this friend was a drug dealer, and he was dealing drugs at the time. And, yes, he made a very bad decision. However, this person wasn't a bad person. Was he doing something bad? Yes, but we all do something bad. And, to me, he was a really great guy. He dated one of my friends, and he was just amazing. Like, he didn't exactly make the best choices, but he didn't exactly have the best home life. My mom is fortunate enough to teach at the alternative campus, which I know that's weird. She's fortunate to work there. No, she teaches a lot of good kids, and they're there for stupid reasons. Like, one of them ended up getting in some kind of a fight and ended up shot in the butt, and he was like the funniest guy ever. But she gets a lot of kids in there that are like in some gang, or they are caught with drugs or whatever at school. She gets some bad kids, but they're really good people, and this kid happened to be in her class, and my mom got to know him and his family, and we all got really close to him. Really nice people. But he was a really good guy. The only thing I can remember him by is his smile. And he had a cast one time because he punched a kid, but his smile was radiant. And, it just, he came into our lives just to brighten it up, just to prove to us that people come from all different walks of life. And I get told that in my everyday life from like friends I'm meeting now. At work, I have this friend who had a kid at the age of 13. She's only 19, and if she watches this video and she's like, dude, you told my life story, I'm sorry. I admire you for your strength and overcoming having a kid at 13 and still going through high school and getting your GED and becoming the amazing person you are now, which I know this person doesn't think she's amazing, and I know she doesn't believe that she is as pretty as she is, she's as smart as she is, but she is. She really is. And anybody that has a kid at 13 and doesn't get rid of it, yeah, that's amazing. That's strength. And I know she's gonna like, what the F, dude? Like, why'd you do that? Why'd you put my life out there? But I'm not. Like, I'm not naming this person at all. You know, I just admire her, and she's taught me a lot. And I've only known her for a few short months. And it's like this other girl that's also my friend from work. She had a kid at 15, and she's pregnant with her third. But she's living her life like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, she's learned her lesson, and the fact, you know, having kids at young age is hard, but she still went to high school. She got her GED. She has a really good job right now. She lives on her own. She has a really good boyfriend. You know, like, she's living her life right. I'll mention that she's 21. She's not as young as the other one, but, I mean, we all come from different walks of life. I myself came from a pretty great home. Granted, you know, I didn't always feel like I did, but everybody feels like something's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, whenever I was little, my parents got divorced. Ooh, everybody's parents gets divorced nowadays, so I'm not all torn up about it. Both of my parents are remarried. I happen to have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. My family has grown from it, and have I been affected from it? Yeah, I have, but I'm not gonna like sit here and be like, God, you know, I really wish this would have happened. I really wish this would have happened, because it doesn't always happen like that. Plus, you gotta take what you get, and you gotta do what you can with it. And God bless my mom, because my mom has put up with me and my brother for 22, yeah, he's 22, for 22 years, and she was a single mom for a really long time, working her butt off and going to school at the same time, just to give us a really great life, and God bless her, because we have not been easy. I think Peyton was easier than I was, but, sorry, Mom, but she's an amazing person. She married an amazing guy. Jeff just blows my mind. He came into our life, and he was like, bam, I'm your father. Respect me, but not like that, because he just came in like a superhero. Not that our family really needed saving, but I think we did. We just didn't want it, because we didn't need it. You know what I mean? Like, my mom was doing a fan-freaking-tastic job by herself. I think she deserved to have Jeff, and I love Jeff with all my heart. He's like the greatest stepdad in the entire world. I couldn't ask for a better stepdad. Not to knock off my own dad, because he's still amazing. He's lived really far pretty much my entire life, but he still has been in my life. He didn't just up and ditch and be gone for years on end. Sometimes he forgot my birthday, father. But other than that, you know, I can't hold a grudge against my dad, because I was little when everything happened. And he is being a good dad now, so it doesn't really bother me so much that he's not around, because I'm older and I barely have my own parents around. I'm usually upstairs just chilling in my 3-bedroom apartment. I live with my parents, by the way. Great place to live. And then there's my stepmom. And, you know, me and my stepmom have had it really hard. She's from Panama. There's a bit of a language gap, but there's not like a huge one, because she speaks pretty good English. We used to like making fun of her for things that she would say. But I think as I got older, and as my little sister got older, you know, we've come to a better understanding about who each of us are, and who each of us are, like, where both of us are coming from, so we're not so catty, I guess, because we used to be very catty. She was introduced into our family in an awful way. It wasn't exactly the best situation for any of us at all, including my little sister who was still not born. Don't get me wrong, I love my little sister. She's just 10 years younger than me. So it's really hard to, like, be that sister that she wants me to be. But yeah, me and my stepmom have recently, like, and we're friends. What? You would be surprised if you knew our relationship in the past. And then, you know, I have Kendra, who's 18. I love her to death. She's my stepsister. But I don't identify with any of my siblings as steps or halves, ever. They're not my half-sister, they're not my stepsister, they're not my stepbrother, not my half-brother, not my, like, well, Peyton is my real brother, but, like, they're my brother and sisters. But for all namesake, Kendra is my stepsister. Love her to death. That wild child. She is a wild child, but she's amazing. Like, her smarts and expertise is gonna get her somewhere one day. And she's so freaking pretty too. Like, she is tall, bombshell, and she doesn't even have to wear makeup to look good. Like, I'm not wearing any makeup right now. I look hideous, sorry. But she is just amazing, and I love her to death, and I don't think she realizes how awesome she is. And then there's Austin, who is 19. Also love him to death. He is my stepbrother. He's Kendra's brother, real brother, I guess. He is super cool. He's always been a real chill little brother to hang out with, to talk to discuss things with, because we're really close in age. We kind of get each other to the point where we're like, alright, yeah, I get that. And sometimes I'm just like, no, dude, what are you talking about? But that's just how we roll. And we figure it out, and we love each other anyway for who each of us are, and we respect each other for how we act and who we are as people and as adults now. It's really weird because we're all adults now except for Kaylin's, but it's still really weird to, like, be in that relationship. And then there's Derek. He is my stepbrother. He's 2 months younger than me, but he's still my little brother. I love him to death. He is one of the smartest people I've ever met. Although he didn't make really good grades in high school, he's still super freaking smart. He's just, like, science and math. Man, dude. Really smart kid. He's in the Navy, and he's one of those wand wavers, apparently. That's all I got out of him. But super strong-willed, very awesome, very athletic now because he's been in the Navy. He currently has a really pretty girlfriend. Sorry, ladies, but that brother's taken. The other one, I don't know. I don't know if he is or not. The other one's in the National Guard. Yeah, see? I got you. I got you to hook up, ladies. But he's really cool. Really chill brother. He used to call me a B word all the time. I'm not saying it because my mom might watch these, and who knows. And then there's Peyton, who is my older brother. He is freaking fantastic. I feel so bad for the other siblings because everybody knows he is my favorite, but I really think that he's everybody's favorite. He's 22, super rad. If my hair wasn't red right now, we'd look like twins because we look so much alike, it's unreal. He is also in the Navy. He's in nuke something or another. Can't really say a lot because he, has to keep everything a secret. Thanks, Obama. Just kidding. But it's true. Like, he can't tell us a whole lot about what he's doing. But he's super smart. Like, I will throw this out here because I love my brother and he deserves to be recognized for everything he is. He got a 99 on his ASVAB, so he's super freaking smart. Don't mess with him. And boys, you want to get with me, you have to go through my brother, the oldest one, because he's the only one that really matters when it comes to getting with me. The other two will just be like, take her. But my brother is super awesome. He has always been there for me. He will always be there for me. And I know, like, if I call him up, as long as he's not in school, I can talk to him about anything. No judgment will be passed. And, I look up to him more than he thinks I do. Maybe he knows how much I look up to him. Maybe he doesn't. But, he's a super good guy. Him being in the Navy is, like, the worst thing in my entire life. Whenever he left, I almost died. Not having him is, like, not having a piece of my life. Because, as I mentioned before, my mom was a single mom, and it was just me and Peyton and my mom for the longest time, and, you know, Peyton was the only thing I had left of that tiny little family, because, yes, my mom is still with us, but, you know, it's not exactly the same because she has Jeff. And, so then it was just me and Peyton from that old life, I guess you could call it, and now he's gone. We also used to spend a lot of time together just because, you know, my mom was that single mom and she would be exhausted or need to study, and Peyton and I were always playing video games, doing the Mario Kart thing. Pokemon Snapchat, that was my mom and my brother's game. We loved that game. TheBomb.com. Max, stop that. But yeah, and then there's Max, who I absolutely adore. Because he's my cuddle bug and you just can't say no to his face. His tongue is also too big for his mouth, so it just sticks out. Ah, he's so cute. I make him love me. I hold him against me and like, love me. But I don't really have to make him so much because he will cuddle up against me like he is right now. He's just kind of leaning. I also have 2 fish. One's named Pip, and I just got a new one named Uncle Sam, and my mom still doesn't know about Uncle Sam. Oops. But, yeah, so that's me, that's my life, that's my opinions, some of them anyway. I have a whole lot of them. Anybody will tell you that I'm a very opinionated person. I'm also pretty funny. I can make up a joke on the spot as long as I'm talking to somebody. I might introduce one of my friends, Alicia. We've been friends for 11 years. Whoop-pew! Mind blown. We had a little bit of a fallout in like a year one time. But, I mean, life happens. It goes on. But, Max, you can't get under the bed. Life goes on. We're friends again. Woohoo! I'm so happy to have her back in my life because I went through a lot, I guess, without her, and it just kind of sucked not having her there because I had had her there for 11 years, or I guess 10, now 11. But yeah, I'll introduce her because like we'll sit here and talk to each other and we'll entertain ourselves, and eventually somehow we'll make you guys laugh, and it's great. It's so much fun to like just sit here and laugh the entire time, and talk about nothing. We made a couple of videos when we were younger, and they're pretty freaking awesome. If I can find them, I'll probably post them just for SNGs. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all for tonight because I'm really tired and I have to be at work early in the morning, I think. I don't remember. My schedule is really confusing. I also have to clean the house tomorrow. Bummer. But yeah, so I love you guys, and if you have any questions or comments, if you want to talk about something one day, let me know. Just comment below. I know this is going to be my first video, so I'm not going to get any subscribers or any followers or any likes, but if you happen to come across this video and get to the end of this very long chit-chat, comment below and be like, hey, I just got through your long, mind-blowing life. What up, girlfriend? Let's talk about this next time. And I will get back to you and talk about that in like a month because I'm really bad at committing to something, but I'll do my best. But I love you. Kinda. I don't know. Do I love you? Do I? You'll soon find out that I'm super crazy and why. Yeah. Am I a little bit of a nerd? Sorry. Not sorry. I kind of cosplayed as that thing one time. One of my friends made me a costume. She was super awesome when she did it. Unfortunately, her and I aren't friends anymore, but that comes with another story time. And you'll eventually learn how crazy I am and why I lose a bunch of friends. Yeah! Okay, bye. Wait. No, wait.